Welcome to Sharad V. More English School online lecture. Good evening, student. Today we have studied about the long form of the periodic table, then the structure of the modern periodic table, and then we have studied about the group and electronic configuration. In that we have studied that the group 1 elements have the valence electron 1, and that's why they belongs to the group 1. In second group element, the outermost cell have the 2 electrons, means that have the 2 valence cell. So that's why all the second group element have the 2 electron in valence shell and their valency is 2. In the 18th group, the all elements have their duplet or octet complete. That's why they do not take, they do not share, they do not give the electrons. So that's why they have the zero valency. That's why they are placed in the 18th group, also called as the zero group element. And 17 group element are halogen family, and they have the 7 valence electron, and that's why there is one electron. Therefore there is only need of one electron to complete the octet. That's why they have the valency 1. Okay, do you know the element from 1 to 92 atomic numbers are naturally found, and the element after the uranium, they are artificial. वो क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल है. ह्यूमन बींग ने इसको क्या किया है? बनाया है. वो मैन मेड है. तो यूरेनियम हैज़ द एटॉमिक नंबर 92 and all the element beyond the uranium with atomic number 93 to 118 are man-made. ये सब man-made है. So all these elements are radioactive and unstable and have a very short life. Those elements whose atomic numbers start from 93 and to 118, they all are the man-made and they are radioactive. वो क्या है? Radioactive, and they are unstable and have very short life period. In the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. Vertical columns are called group. There are 18 groups. The chemical properties of element in the same group show the similarity and gradation. Horizontal rows are called period. There are all 7 periods. The properties of elements change slowly from one end to the other in a period. Now observe the periodic table. This first group element. This first group element include the hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. So except this hydrogen, other remaining elements are metallic in nature and they are solid in state. वो क्या है? Solid state में है. And these first group elements are called as the alkali earth metal. Alkali earth metal. Now second group element that contain the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. These all second group element called as the alkaline earth metal. इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल. दे हैव द वैलेंसी 2. उनकी वैलेंसी कितनी है? 2 है. सर ये जो मोहम्मद 10th में गया तो उसका रिजल्ट लिए कि नहीं? सब रिजल्ट का ब्लॉग से, फिजिकल के ब्लॉग से, आधार कार्ड है. ऑनलाइन लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहे थे? हाँ जी, आज ही तो सुबह आया था ना जूम कॉल से. एक महीने से चालू है लेक्चर. मुझे 3 चैप्टर्स कंप्लीट हो गए. वापस से 15 दिन के बाद में एग्ज़ाम चालू हो गया. 10th तो अभी अभी होंगे या पहले? अभी इस साल का 2 से 3 चैप्टर खत्म हो गए. क्वेश्चन आंसर ले जा रहे हैं. इतना लेट क्यों ये कर रहा है? ऐड नहीं करता नंबर. ऐड करने से लेकिन मेरे को
कल ही शायद ये मैसेज आया था, कल ही से मैसेज दिखा।
ऐड तो पहले से
हाँ वो तो ऐड में था।
तो देखता नहीं है मेरे नंबर अटेंड नहीं करता।
अटेंड तो करता है और बताते हैं, लेकिन उसने ये कल ही ये मैसेज किया तो बोला भाई कल जाके जमा करने को।
मैं ले लेता हूँ उसको, बोलो कि आपके नाम से जो है ना, नाम लिख दो उसमें, ठीक है, जो भी नंबर ऐड है नूर मोहम्मद, और पूरा नाम लिख दो।
मतलब मैं समझे नहीं नाम
तो
किसको।
जैसे जो हम लोग लेक्चर लेते हैं तो उसमें किसी किसी का सिर्फ नंबर दिखा देते हैं, ठीक है, उसको बोलो रेगुलर अटेंड करने के लिए, और जरा पूछो कि आज कौन कौन सा लेक्चर हुआ है। पिछले साल तो तुमको मालूम है ना, क्या लिख के दिया था उसको। ऐसा करेगा तो फिर 10वीं में कैसा आएगा मार्क्स।
तो पिछले टाइम तो उसका जो भी रिसेंटली हुआ,
असाइनमेंट था।
हाँ उसका उसने दिया, जो
वो
आपने
कंप्लीट
पेपर
था।
दिया। हाँ वो तो है, लेकिन उसने सब पेपर भी दिया, असाइनमेंट दिया, वो भी भले कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, थोड़ा बहुत दिया था, 50% कंप्लीट था। 62 मार्क्स है, अटेंडेंस भी था उसका, अटेंडेंस भी था
अटेंडेंस पे मार्क्स थोड़ी मिलता है।
सर। अटेंडेंस का तो रहता है कि कितना अटेंड किया उसने क्लास, कितना उसका एक्टिव था, कितना
अरे भाई ये
उसने
बताओ, 10वीं का जब आप पेपर देने जाओगे तो वहाँ पे क्या लिख के उस पे मार्क्स रहता है ना, बकेट में, तो लिखा क्या था।
वो तो सही है कि नहीं मिला था, लेकिन 62% और वो भी
तो आपको
उसके
सही
नहीं,
लगा।
और भी लाइन से 62
आया होगा इसका 55 है ना।
80 में आ गया था। जबकि उसका इंग्लिश में उतना नहीं होता, क्योंकि टीचर जो थे मैम, जो सर डॉटर, तो वो आके मैंने उनसे बात की, तो उन्होंने कहा था उनकी स्टडी सही है, ठीक है, बस थोड़ा हल्का फुल्का आपको ध्यान देना है, क्योंकि एग्जाम जो है ऑनलाइन है, प्रैक्टिकल तो देखा सकते हैं हम, जो भी आप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं वो तो कर रहे हैं।
अभी इसकी तैयारी 10वीं के हिसाब से कराओ, नहीं तो फिर लिखना भी मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा। ये तो स्कूल का एग्जाम होगा, ये तो बोर्ड का होगा, और इस बार तो ज़्यादा चांसेस है कि ऑफलाइन एग्जाम हो, तो उसमें तो फाइनल मार्क्स इसका होगा जो लिखते हैं बोर्ड एग्जाम में। ठीक है, मुझे थोड़ा लेक्चर लगा है, और फिर बाद में बात कर लीजिएगा कुछ।
ठीक है, मैं बाद में आ जाऊँगा। थैंक यू।
Okay, now see, first and second group elements. First and second group elements are called as the S block element. Now see the 18th group element. 18th group element include the inert gases, or you can say the ideal gases. These inert gases do not react with the other element at the normal temperature and pressure. Now this group includes the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, and radon. Okay, so now they are they are called as the zero group elements because their valencies are zero. Now 17 group element. 17 group elements are called as the halogen groups. In this halogen group, the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine are the elements. Now here they need the only one electron to complete the octet, so that's why their valencies are also one. And all this belongs to the p block elements. Now see the elements from the group number 3 to group number 12. These all group elements are called as the transition element and d block elements, and the elements which are present at the bottom of this periodic table called the f block elements. Now period and electronic configuration. अब हम लोगों को पहले बिफोर दैट वी हैव सीन दैट द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन एंड द ग्रुप. So in that what you have learned? You have learned that the group number corresponds to the number of electron in valence shell. जो वैलेंस शेल में जो नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है that matches with the group number. Now periods and electronic configuration. Can you tell? On going through the modern periodic table, it is seen that elements lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon belong to period 2. Write down the electronic configuration of all the elements. Okay. Now lithium. Its atomic number is 3. So its electronic configuration is 2, 1. See here it is mentioned. Now beryllium. Beryllium. Its atomic number is 4. So that's why its electronic configuration is 2, 2. Next one is the boron. Atomic number is 5. So its electronic configuration is 2, 3. And carbon, its atomic number is 6. That's why its electronic configuration is 2, 4. Atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So that's why its electronic configuration is 2, 5. And next element is oxygen. Its electronic configuration is 2, 6. Next one is fluorine. So its electronic configuration is 2, 7. And after that there is a neon. Its electronic configuration is 2, 8. Okay, now yes, observe carefully. As we move from left to right in period, the number of electrons in the valence shell increases by 1. Here lithium, the valence shell have the 1 electron, and here in the beryllium the valence shell has 2 electrons, and boron 3 electron, carbon 4 electron. In this way the number of electrons increases by 1, but the number of shells remains same. यहाँ पे number of shells क्या है? Same, because lithium 2, 1, it have the 2 shells, shell K and shell L. Beryllium also have the 2 shell K and L, and the number of electrons are increases by 1 in the L cell. स्टैंडर्ड मेंशन करो, कौन सी स्टैंडर्ड है? हाँ, थर्ड नहीं फोर्थ में गया होगा ना, थर्ड का रिजल्ट है ना। ये लिख के अपने पास जमा करके हो जाएगा तो थे लेकिन, और पूछो उनका फीस कार्ड वगैरह बना है लास्ट ईयर का ना, इस साल का बताओ, ट्यूशन के बारे में बताओ इसमें। Now see the third period's element. The first element is the sodium. Its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. Next one is the magnesium. Its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 2. Aluminium 2, 8, 3. So here we are seeing that the number of shells of all elements in the same periods have the same orbits, or you can say the same number of the shells. Now sodium have the 3 shells, magnesium also have the 3 shells, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon all have the 3 shells in atomic structures. Now in fourth one, see the potassium and calcium, 2, 8, 8, 1, 2, 8, 8, 2. So now number of shells in the potassium and calcium are 4. Okay, because these are belongs to the period number 4. So here we have seen that the number of cells matches with the period number. यहाँ पे क्या हम लोगों को दिखाई दे रहा है? That number of cells resembles to the period number. If the element belong to third period, it means that element have the 3 shells in its atomic structure. Okay, for example, phosphorus. Phosphorus belongs to the period number 3. That's why it have the 3 shells. 3 shells होंगे उसके. So you will find that the number of valence electron is different in these elements. However, the number of cells is same. You will also find that while going from left to right within the period, atomic number increases by 1 at the time, and number of valence electron also increases by 1 at a time. So when we move from left to right in period, the valency increases from 1 to 4 and then it decreases from 4 to 0. Okay, so these are observations related to the electronic configuration in period. We can say that the element with the same number of cells occupied by the electrons belongs to the same period. The element in the second period, namely lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon, have the electrons in the two shells K and L. Okay, the second period element have the electrons in the two shells K and L. The elements in the third period, namely sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon, have the electron in three shells, that is in shell K, L, and M. So now here in these elements, the K shells completely filled and L cells is completely filled and M is incompletely filled. Write down the electronic configuration of these elements and confirm. Okay, so you can confirm by writing the electronic configuration in the modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table, electrons are filled in the same shells while going along a period from left to right. And at the beginning of the next period, a new cells start filling up. The number of elements in the first three periods is determined by the electron capacity of the shell and law of electron octet. What are the values of n for the shells K, L, M? So the value of the shells K is 1 and the value of n for L cell is 2 and value of n for the M cell is 3. What is the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in shell? Write the formula. So formula is 2n square. क्या फॉर्मूला है 2n square where n is 1 2 3 and 4. So for k it is 1, for L it is 2, for M it is 3 and for n it is 4. Deduce the maximum electron capacity of cell KLMN. So now observe the figure table 2.9. Here the 1 is substituted in the formula 2n square. Square of 1 is 2. 2 into 1 is equals to 2. It means the capacity of the K shell is 2. Now for L cell the n value is 2. So that's why 2 into square of 2. Square of 2 is 4. 4 into 2. Okay, is equals to 8. It means the capacity, maximum capacity of the L cell is 8, whereas in M cell the maximum capacity is 18 and in N cell the maximum capacity is 32. As per the electron holding capacity of the shell, 2 electrons elements are present in the first period and 8 elements in the second period. Now the electron capacity of the first period is 2. That's why only 2 elements are present in the first period. And the electron capacity, maximum electron capacity in the second period is 8. That's why second period contain the 8 elements. The third period also contain only the 8 element due to the law of electron octet. So there are few more factors which control the filling of electron in the subsequent period, which will be considered in the next standard. The chemical reactivity of an element is determined by the number of valence electron in it and the shell number of the valence shell. The information on this point is obtained from the position of the element in the periodic table. That's, that is, the modern periodic table has proved useful for the study of element. The periodic trends in the modern periodic table. ओके periodic trend. अब periodic trends हम लोगों को ऑब्जर्व करना है. When the properties of elements in the period or group of the modern periodic table are compared, certain regularity is observed in their variation. It is called the periodic trend in the modern periodic table. In this standard, we are going to consider the periodic trend in only three properties of element, namely valency, atomic number, and metallic non-metallic characters. So in this standard, we will study about the three properties of element, that is valency, atomic size, and metallic and non-metallic characters. Valency. Now first property, valency. You have learnt in the previous standard that valency of an element is determined by the number of electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom. That is the valency, valence electrons. First question. What is the relationship between the electronic configuration of an element and its valency? What is the relationship between the electronic configuration of element and its valency? वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड वैलेंसी में क्या रिलेशंस है? Okay, so what is the relationship between the electronic configuration of element and its valency? Second question, the atomic number of beryllium is 4 while that of oxygen is 8. बेरिलियम का एटॉमिक नंबर कितना है? 4, जबकि ऑक्सीजन का जो है कितना है? 8. Write down the electronic configuration of the two and deduce their valency from the same. Okay, now you have to write down the atomic number of beryllium 4 and deduce the valency from the same. अब उसमें से क्या करना है? valency deduce करना है. तो when you write the atomic number of beryllium, Mosm, बाहर कुछ नहीं है. The table on the next page is made on the basis of modern periodic table. Write in it its electronic configuration of the first 20 elements below the symbol and write the valency as shown in separate box. What is the periodic trend in the variation of valency while going from left to right within a period? Explain your answer with reference to period second and third. What is the periodic trend in the variation of valency while going down a group? Explain your answer with reference to group 1 and 2 and group 18. So here you have to write down the electronic configuration of the first 20 elements. Now next property is atomic size. Okay, what happens when we move from the left to right in a period? The valency increases by 1 from 1 to 4 and then it becomes the 0 at the end, and the valencies of all element in the same group element have the same valencies. Now atomic size. So when we move from left to right in a period, the atomic size goes on decreasing, and as we move from top to down, the atomic size increases. You have seen in the previous standard that size volume is fundamental property of matter. The size of an atom is indicated by its radius. Atomic radius is distance between the nucleus of an atom and its outermost shell. Atomic radius is the distance between the nucleus of an atom. काम नहीं होगा तो फिर कौन हो गया पहले पूछो ना atomic radius is distance between the nucleus of atom and its outermost shell. Atomic radius is expressed in the unit picometer, which is smaller than nanometer. 1 picometer is equals to 10 to power minus 12 meter. Some element and their atomic radii are given here. See the elements. Oxygen atomic radii in picometer is 66 picometer. Boron 88 picometer, carbon 77 picometer, nitrogen 74 picometer, and barium is 111 picometer, lithium 152 picometer. Use your brain power. By referring the modern periodic table, find out the period to which the above elements belong. Okay, now to find out to which period they belong, we have to write down the electronic configurations of these elements. And if there are the filling of the electron only in two cells takes place, then this element belongs to the second period element. Arrange the above element in decreasing order of their atomic radii. So when we arrange the given element in decreasing order of their radii, now the lithium will come at first position, after that beryllium will come, and after that boron, carbon, nitrogen, and then oxygen will come. Does the arrangement match with the pattern of the second period of the modern periodic table? So yes. Okay, when these elements are arranged in decreasing order of their atomic radii, then it it is same to the elements of the second period element. Which of the above elements have the biggest and smallest atom? Now the atomic radii of the lithium is 152 picometer. So that's why the biggest atom is lithium and the smallest atom is oxygen. Okay, because its atomic radii is only 66 picometer. What is the periodic trend observed in the variation of atomic radii while going from left to right within a period? So when we move from left to right in period, the atomic radius goes on decreasing, hence the atomic size also decreases. You will find that atomic radius goes on decreasing while going from left to right within a period. The reason behind this is as follows. While going from left to right within a period, the atomic number increases one by one, meaning the positive charge on the nucleus increases by 1 unit at a time. However, the additional electron gets added to the same outermost shell. Due to the increased nuclear charge, electrons are pulled towards the nucleus to a greater extent and thereby the size of the atom decreases. Okay, what happens when we move from the left to right in the period? The atomic size decreases. So what is the reason behind that the atomic size decreases? We know that as we move from left to right, the number of electrons, one number of extra electrons are added in the same shell, and because of this the positive charges also increases at the nucleus and one electron is also added in the same cell. So here the distance between the valence वैलेंस शेल एंड द न्यूक्लियस डज नॉट इंक्रीजेस, वो इंक्रीज नहीं होता है, but positive charge in nucleus increases. And when the positive charge in nucleus increases, when the positive charge in nucleus increases, because of this increase positive charge, the force of attraction between the electron and the positive charge increases. Hence, because of the greater pull as compared to the earlier one, the atomic size goes on decreasing as we move from left to right in a period. Use your brain power. Now see the second table: element potassium, sodium, rubidium, cesium, and lithium. Okay, potassium, sodium, rubidium, cesium, and lithium. Okay, now atomic radii in picometer. Potassium is 231, sodium is 186, and rubidium is 244, cesium 262, and lithium 152. By referring the modern periodic table, find out the group to which above element belong. अब क्या करना है आपको, इस मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल को ऑब्जर्व करके आपको फाइंड आउट करना है कि these एलिमेंट बिलोंग्स टू विच ग्रुप. So for finding the to which group these elements belong, we have to write down their electronic configuration. So when we write the electronic configuration of lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium, we will find that the valence cells have the same number of electrons, or you can say that valence electrons are same in these elements. So that's why all these elements belongs to the same group. And here this belongs to the first group because the valence shell is 1 in all these elements. Arrange the above element vertically downward in increasing order of atomic radii. Does the arrangement match with the pattern of the group 1 of the modern periodic table? So yes, it matches with the group 1 element. Which of the above element have the biggest and smallest atom? So here the atomic radii of the lithium is the smallest one. So that's why the lithium atom having the lowest atomic radii, whereas in the atomic radii of the cesium is 262 picometer. So this will be the biggest atom in these groups. Which of the above element have the biggest and smallest atom? The biggest one is the cesium and smallest one will be the lithium. Which of the above element have the sorry what is the periodic trend observed in the variation of atomic radii down a group? So as we move from top to down, the atomic radius goes on increasing. You will find that while going down a group, the atomic size goes on increasing. This is because while going down a group, a new shell is added. You find that while going down a group, the atomic size goes on increasing. क्या हमने देखा कि जो एटॉमिक साइज क्या होता है, इंक्रीज होता है. दिस इज बिकॉज while going down a group a new shell is added. ये क्यों होता है? बिकॉज न्यू शेल्स क्या होता है, ऐड होता है. Therefore, the distance between the outermost electron and the nucleus goes on increasing. As a result of this, atomic size increases in spite of increased nuclear charge. Therefore, the distance between the outermost electron and nucleus goes on increasing. As a result of this, atomic size increases in spite of the increasing nuclear charge. So, as we move from top to bottom, the positive charges increases successively, but the distance between the valence electron and the nucleus increases because of increasing one shells successively. That's why The outermost electrons is loosely bound by the positive charge, and hence the electron giving capacity of that elements increases. Hence the atomic size also increases as we move from top to bottom in a group. Metallic, non-metallic characters. Okay, metallic and non-metallic characters. Third properties. Look at the element of the third period, classify them into the metal and non-metal. Okay, so now third period elements. Third period start from the sodium element. Okay, so sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. So these 8 elements are present in the third period. On which side of the period are the metal? On which side of the period are the metal? So on the left hand side the metals are present, and on the right hand side the non-metals are present. On which side of the period did you find the non-metals? The non-metals are on the right hand side of that period. It is seen that the metallic elements like sodium, magnesium are towards the left. The non-metallic elements such as sulfur, chlorine are towards the right. The metalloid element silicon lies in between these two types. A similar pattern is also observed in other periods. It is seen that zigzag lines separate the metals from the non-metal in a periodic table. Okay, now see the zigzag lines. So these zigzag lines separate the metal from the non-metal. Here, now see the non-metals. Non-metals. Non-metals are shown by this color, and metals are shown by the blue color and this orange one. This shows the मेटेलॉइड्स. यहाँ पे जो दिख रहा है आपको ऑरेंज कलर, वो क्या है? मेटेलॉइड्स है. Let us compare the characteristic chemical properties of metal and non-metal. It is seen from the chemical formulae of the simple ionic compound that cation in them is formed from the metal, while the anions form from the non-metal. Now see, suppose the sodium metal. Okay, now the electronic configuration of sodium is 2, 8, 1. Now this sodium is in elemental form. Now when it is in elemental form, the number of electrons and number of protons is same. So now there are total protons 11 protons and total 11 electrons. So now there is no net charge on the sodium element, but when the sodium elements gives 1 electrons, and after giving 1 electron the number of electrons remains 2, 8. Now compare the protons and electron. Here the proton numbers are same, but electrons become 10. Now after giving 1 electrons, the sodium have the 1 extra proton. Because of that